This week we're going to highlight USDA's first crop condition ratings for corn for 2024. We're also going to take a look at short-term weather trends in the U.S. and wrap things up looking at early harvest progress in Brazil. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the corn market. Before I get to that, though, I want to take a moment to thank Kat Sullivan and Cesar Cruz for filling in for me last week. Kat and Cesar did a terrific job covering the corn market, what's going on domestically, as well as in South America. Well, the USDA gave us their first crop condition ratings this week. Let's take a look at those. Here we're looking at comparisons to last year. The green circles depict good to excellent ratings that are above last year, while the red circles depict states where the good to excellent ratings are below last year. You can see a vast number of states here are above last year. In fact, nationwide, 75% good to excellent compared to 64% last year. Now let's take a look at the history of the crop condition index. You can see that this crop condition index is quite high historically for early June. It's equal to where it was in 2020, and the only year of the last 7 years that it's been above this year was back in 2018. Now, here's the key message on this chart. Look at that chart throughout the summer. We can see that index decline, rise, stay steady. That's a recipe for price volatility, but it's also a recipe for price opportunity by working closely with your trusted advanced trading risk management consultant. Now let's look at the last 14 days moisture here. These slides are courtesy of T-storm weather. We're looking here at a wet pattern there up in the northern plains, but for the most part, as we move further south and east, it's opened up a planting window to wrap up corn planting in that region. Now let's take a look at the short-term forecast. Again, our slides this week, as usual, are courtesy of T-storm weather. Starting out here looking at a change in the weather pattern. Starting here on Wednesday and moving into next week, a much cooler pattern as we move further east there than what we've seen the last few weeks here. So that's going to be a big change. Now looking at rainfall, not much rainfall as you move north and east, but rainfall down there in the southwest, more so for that hard red winter wheat crop than corn and beans. Now let's look ahead to another pattern change next weekend, June 14th to the 16th. That warm weather moves up from the southwest, and we're going to see temperatures rise once again moving into the middle of June. Now let's quantify rainfall over the next 2 weeks. Over the next 2 weeks here, we're looking at quite a bit of dryness as we move further west, the Mississippi River, parts of western Iowa, particularly up there in the plains. Some of those areas will welcome a little bit of drier conditions at this point in time. As we move further east, more so normal precip totals. Now we're going to shift gears to South America, specifically looking at where the second crop corn is produced in Brazil. Now this corn here is the second season corn. It accounts for about 75 to 80% of Brazil's corn. The main producing state is Mato Grosso, but also key states include Goiás, Minas Gerais, Paraná, and Mato Grosso do Sul. Now we're looking at harvest progress. Harvest has just kicked in here. The rough equivalent here is we're in September and October in the Midwest as you get into June and July. You can see nationwide a little less than 4% done. We'll be following this closely for you over the next 2 months. Let's wrap things up this week looking at trends in December corn. December corn, as we taped here, has dropped to $4.65 a bushel. Notice over the next 45 to 60 days, though, quite a bit of volatility. Each year has its own characteristics. Some years lower, some years higher, some years both. Again, work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to manage price movement. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to never miss an upload. And remember, next week on Wednesday, June 12th, we'll have a live YouTube update following the USDA supply and demand report at 11 a.m. first, and that'll be the first look at the report, and then we'll follow up with a deep dive, if you will, at 1:30 p.m. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.